Are Plecos okay to keep with goldfish? Goldfish and Plecos are some of the most kept fish in the aquarium hobby, and you can usually find them in any pet store that you go into. The real question is, can they live together and be healthy? Are Plecos and goldfish compatible? This question is a little harder to answer because Plecos are a gentle fish that'll get along with your goldfish just fine. They just have slightly different needs for living conditions, but there is enough overlap that if you are careful, you can probably make it work. Temperature requirements. For starters, goldfish tend to like cooler temperatures than Plecos. Goldfish tend to like the temperature between 68 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, whereas Plecos tend to like it 75 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on the type of Pleco. I would suggest staying away from some of the fancier Plecos because they tend to be more sensitive to water parameters, and fancy Plecos tend to like the temperature a little bit warmer. Food. Feeding your Plecos and goldfish is relatively easy. The nice part is that goldfish and Plecos have very similar diets. For the most part, both are omnivores. So they can eat both plant matter and protein if it's provided. If you're going to provide a processed protein food for your fish, always look for ingredients to make sure it gives specific protein like bug protein or tilapia. If it says fish meal as the first ingredient, it's probably a low-grade food. Water quality. Both goldfish and Plecos are known to be poop factories. They produce a lot of waste, so they need frequent water changes. I would suggest doing 25 to 50% water changes weekly. This will help your fish stay healthier and live longer. Do Plecos attack goldfish? Plecos are fairly friendly fish and don't actually hunt or attack other fish. This includes goldfish. Plecos are scavenger fish. They are like vultures or hyenas. They'll look for easy food that doesn't fight back or run away.
And here's my
They'll definitely eat other fish, but only if it is dead first. So if you see your Pleco chowing down on a dead fish in your tank, something else killed it or it died of other causes. There's no need to worry, even if they wanted to hunt or attack your goldfish, which they don't. They don't even have the body structure or skills to hunt a fish. Plecos are for the most part a peaceful fish. They will not go out and attack your goldfish. That being said, Plecos can be territorial, especially the males. Plecos are a cave-dwelling fish, so they will find a cave, a tight space, or a decoration to hide in. So while they won't go out and bully or attack your goldfish, they will defend their special space from other fish. Can goldfish kill Plecos? Goldfish are not an aggressive fish. They don't hunt other fish or try to keep a territory, so they have no real killer instinct. They don't even really have the ability for the most part to defend themselves. They're descendants from carp and are very dependent on their size for protection. Your Pleco has no fear of being killed from your goldfish. Can goldfish eat Plecos? Like I mentioned above, goldfish are not hunters, so they won't go after your Plecos and try to eat them since they're not a predator. That being said, it might accidentally happen. Goldfish have very large mouths and are always scavenging for food. So if they suck in the Pleco in some way and it's smaller than the goldfish mouth, they might get swallowed. So the easiest fix for this is make sure your Pleco has at least a little size on it. 4+ inches should make it a lot harder for this accident to happen. Tips for keeping your goldfish and Plecos. Pleco tips. You should always have a cave or hiding place for your Pleco. Plecos in the wild hide most of the day and only come out at night to feed. Their cave is their home and that makes them feel safe. Plecos prefer temperatures between 75 and 82 degrees Fahrenheit. They are a tropical fish from South America and need those temperatures to thrive. Plecos like clean water, so it's suggested to do a water change of 25% or more each week. Plecos aren't a schooling fish, so you don't need more than one. If you choose to have more than one Pleco, make sure you have at least 5 gallons per Pleco, and there are hiding places for each one. Please feed your Plecos. Many people think because their Pleco is the cleanup crew in the tank, they don't need to feed them. Make sure that some food reaches the bottom of the tank for them. I suggest putting in algae wafers as you turn off the lights so that your Pleco can eat without other fish trying to steal it. Plecos love high amounts of oxygen in the tank, so having a good filtration in the tank is a must. I prefer sponge filters, but any type of filter can work as long as it has adequate for your fish tank size. Goldfish tips. One important thing to remember is that goldfish start out small but get very large. They need lots of space. It is suggested that for your first goldfish you need 20 gallons, and for every additional goldfish you need an additional 10 gallons. Also, the bigger the footprint of the tank it is better. Goldfish are big eaters, so you make sure you feed them enough. They're also experts at begging for food, so don't feed them more than what they can eat in 2 to 5 minute period of time. Because goldfish are such big eaters, they also produce a lot of waste, so it is vital that you do frequent water changes. I would suggest 25 to 50% water change per week. Goldfish are kind of clumsy of a fish, so it is also suggested that nothing you keep in your tank be sharp. Sharp objects or decorations are an easy way for your goldfish to hurt themselves. Plecos and goldfish can be great tank companions if you are careful. Your goldfish and Plecos won't attack each other. This peaceful fish is one of my favorites, and I hope to see it in your tanks with your goldfish.